I'd always dreamed of having a garden, but this tiny, sun-starved balcony was all I had to work with. I figured fresh vegetables were only for people with big yards and tons of time. But then I discovered that with the right containers and a few specific low-maintenance plants, I could turn this little space into a green, productive oasis. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how you can do it too. You know the biggest thing that holds most people back? It's the belief that you need a huge yard to grow your own food. I get it. I used to look at my tiny concrete slab and just feel defeated. But here's a little secret. For a beginner, a small space is actually better. A container garden means fewer weeds. You get total control over the soil, and it's right outside your door, making it so much easier to manage. My own journey started on a balcony just like this one. Over the years, I've learned you don't need a ton of space to get a surprisingly good harvest. You just have to be a little clever with how you use it. This isn't about becoming a master farmer overnight. It's about adding some green to your life and getting some delicious, fresh food out of the deal. Okay, before you buy a single plant, the most important thing you can do is become a sunlight detective. Sunlight is the fuel for your garden. Most vegetables and herbs need at least 6 hours of direct sun every day to be truly happy. Don't guess. Spend a day and actually track it. Notice when the sun first hits your balcony and when it leaves. That spot that gets the most light, that's your prime real estate. Now, if you have less sun, don't worry, you can still grow plenty. Leafy greens like lettuce and spinach and a lot of herbs do just fine with only 3 to 5 hours of light. Also, think about the practical stuff. If you're renting, it's always a good idea to check your building's rules and be mindful of weight. A bunch of large, heavy ceramic pots can really add up. Lightweight resin or plastic planters are a fantastic alternative. Now for the fun part, choosing your team. The magic formula is really just the right pot, the right soil, and the right plant. First, your containers. You can use almost anything, from a fancy planter to a fabric grow bag, but it absolutely must have drainage holes. If water can't escape, the roots will rot, and that's a quick end to your garden. Size matters too. A small pot is perfect for herbs, but a tomato plant is going to need something bigger, like a 5-gallon bucket, to have enough room for its roots to stretch out. Next up, the soil. And this is critical. Whatever you do, do not use soil from your yard. It's way too heavy and will compact in the pot, basically choking your plants. You need to grab a bag of quality potting mix. These are specially designed to be light and well-draining, which is exactly what container plants need to thrive. Finally, the plants themselves. To really set yourself up for success, I recommend starting with seedlings from a garden center instead of seeds. This lets you skip the trickiest stage and gives you a huge head start. For a low-effort, high-reward garden, focus on these guys: leafy greens. Things like lettuce, spinach, and kale are fantastic for beginners. Many are cut and come again, which means you can snip off the outer leaves, and the plant just keeps on giving. Herbs, basil, mint, parsley, and thyme are almost foolproof and grow beautifully in small pots. Compact veggies. Keep an eye out for varieties with words like dwarf, bush, or patio in the name. There are tiny cherry tomatoes, compact peppers, and bush beans that were literally bred for containers. So, your garden is planted. Now what? Your job is just to keep it happy with a simple, consistent routine. Your single most important task is watering. Containers dry out so much faster than garden beds, especially on hot, sunny days. The best way to know if it's time to water is to just stick your finger about an inch into the soil. If it feels dry, it's time for a drink. Water deeply until you see it running out of the drainage holes at the bottom. Because you're watering so often, nutrients tend to wash out of the soil. So, about every few weeks, you'll want to give your plants a little boost with a liquid fertilizer. Just follow the directions on the bottle. Think of it as a simple 10-minute check-in each day. It's a moment to connect with your plants, snip off a few herbs for dinner, and just enjoy the little oasis you've created. It really is that simple. You can take a small, empty space and turn it into something that's not only beautiful, but gives back to you. So, what are you dreaming of growing on your balcony? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear what you're planning. And if this video helped you feel like you can finally start that garden you've been dreaming of, I'd so appreciate it if you gave it a like and subscribed for more simple, small space gardening tips. Seriously, don't let a lack of space stop you. All it takes is a sunny spot, a good container with the right soil, and a plant that's easy to grow. Start small, maybe with just one pot of basil and a container of lettuce. Just see how it feels to step outside and harvest something you grew with your own 2 hands. It's one of the most rewarding feelings there is, and it's completely possible, even on the tiniest balcony.